What if I told you uncertainty in dating can actually be good? Goes against everything you've heard on social media, probably. But that is wrong. Hi, I'm Jess. I've helped over 5,000 people find love, and I coach people one-on-one to heal their attachment styles so they can feel secure and stop sabotaging relationships. If you're ready for that transformation, sign up via the link in the description box. So yeah, I feel like uncertainty gets a bad rap, but it's just not as simple as it seems. And I'll tell you a story about why I decided to make this video. In December each year, I get together with two of my friends and we say 3 words that describe the year that has just gone. And then we say 3 words we think will describe the year ahead. At the end of last year, I said uncertainty as one of my words for the upcoming year. I knew we were going to try new things with So Synced, and I wasn't sure how each one would play out. And they looked at me with this, I would say it was a look of pity. They were like, oh no, that sounds stressful. And then I caught up with another friend the following week, and I was telling her about it, and she asked me what my 3 words were. And I said one of the words, well, I said 2, and then I said, yeah, one of the words was uncertainty. And when I said that one, her face dropped. And again, she said something like, oh no, that doesn't sound fun. And I was actually a bit shocked at both of these reactions because I'd said the word uncertainty thinking it was a positive, exciting thing. But the way we think about uncertainty massively depends on our attachment style. So now I'm secure, uncertainty isn't scary to me. But when I was fearful, avoidant, uncertainty was very uncomfortable and very painful. So yes, let's take a closer look at this. Uncertainty in dating can feel awful when your nervous system is wired to see it as danger. But when you've done the work to become secure, uncertainty isn't a threat anymore. It can represent possibility. And it's still not quite that simple. Uncertainty can be good. It can be bad to securely attach people to. It depends on the situation and the amount. If it's uncertainty about what time you're going to meet later, that's not great. If it's uncertainty about whether you're both ready for a serious commitment after a couple of dates, that can actually be good. So if you're in that stage of dating where you're thinking, I don't know where this is going, that's not automatically a bad thing. It might actually be a positive sign that you're letting things unfold naturally, because some things are meant to take time. Feeling unsure at the start of something new can give you space to see someone clearly, instead of locking yourself into an idea of them too soon. Certainty brings stability. Uncertainty brings aliveness. It brings growth, exploration, novelty. If you had 0 uncertainty in a relationship, you'd probably feel very safe, but you'd probably also be bored out of your mind. There would be no aliveness, no discovery, no growth, no novelty, no sense of curiosity about that person. Imagine you knew exactly what this person was going to say, word for word, for the rest of your life together. It might sound peaceful at first, but over time, it would completely drain the spark. The sweet spot is a mix, enough certainty to feel secure and enough uncertainty to keep you curious. That's where relationships thrive. And every one of us has a different certainty versus uncertainty sweet spot. And it can be different in different areas of our lives. And it's most impacted by our attachment style, but it's also heavily impacted by our personality. And we have some data on this. We asked a question, what do you find more important in dating, security or excitement? So security represents certainty, excitement represents uncertainty. Look how the answers varied across personality types. So yes, some people are just naturally wired to crave structure and stability, while others are built for more novelty and possibility. If you're anxiously attached, this is for you. If you've ever felt like you're giving it your all in love, but somehow you keep sabotaging your relationships without meaning to, I've got something that can help. I've put together a guide that breaks down the 3 biggest mistakes anxiously attached people make that push love away. And I've also put together a section on how to break those cycles, so you can finally build that secure relationship you've always wanted. I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. And honestly, if you're anxiously attached, you can't afford to miss this, because these are the exact patterns I've seen destroy relationships over and over again firsthand. And I also share the steps to turn it around. I've helped over 5,000 people find love through So Synced. My work has been featured in Forbes, Cosmopolitan, The New York Times, and many more. The link is in the description box, so grab your copy while it's still available. And now, attachment styles. Insecure attachment styles associate certainty with safety to a greater degree, at least in relationships. If you're anxiously attached, uncertainty feels awful. People who are anxiously attached go to great lengths to reduce uncertainty, and they usually seek certainty through other people. It's a key reason why they spend a lot of time overanalyzing messages, say, or seeking a lot of reassurance externally. And it's also why they have a tendency to self-sabotage in relationships. For fearful avoidance, uncertainty tends to first trigger their more anxious side. They can become hypervigilant and scramble for certainty. Similar to those who are anxiously attached, this can cause them to self-sabotage. But then that same uncertainty can become too much, and it can trigger their avoidance side. They might deactivate and try to find their own sense of control and certainty in shutting down. For dismissive avoidance, uncertainty isn't enjoyable, but it can feel safer than emotional closeness. So they will usually choose distance and ambiguity over intimacy, but still they do see connection as fragile, and uncertainty is uncomfortable for them. And for people who are securely attached, uncertainty is seen as a normal part of dating and life. They just think, well, this is just part of it, and it doesn't trigger something deeper. And if they do feel too much uncertainty, yes, they won't feel good, but they will take that as a sign that something needs to change. Otherwise, that person might not be right for them. In order, people who are anxiously attached tend to be most uncomfortable with uncertainty, and then fearful avoidance, then dismissive avoidance, and then people who are secure. So yes, uncertainty isn't always a red flag in dating. Despite what social media might tell you, a little bit of uncertainty can keep things alive. Too much and things will feel unsafe. Understanding your patterns is what enables you to make the best choices. And you can rewire your attachment style. I coach people one-on-one to do exactly that, so they can stop second-guessing themselves and build loving, lasting relationships. If you're ready for that, sign up via the link in the description box. Thanks for watching.